Okay, River Yamuna, Paradas, Praladas, back to Tom, Fanny, Johan, Sachinanda, Samantha. Cheeky you are. Hello, spring chicken. I like that cheekiness. My nice friend Samantha. Yeah, we should meet up and do some Krishna bhajans. Yeah, give me a shout. Maybe we go for a walk around, I don't know, Binley Woods or something. Okay, we've got Back to Tom live now, so I'm going to share the link here for Back to Tom. I'm going to go over there, unless he's recording me live, and I'm still going to go anyway. Tom, Back to Tom live. Dino. Sharma G, Sharma S, Paradas. Anyone I've forgotten? I don't mean to.
We are
Hare
alive
Krishna.
together. We are
Jai,
in
Jai,
this life.
Jai, Jai, Cherish Nikora Haridas, Jai Praladas, Jai. Thank you too, Fanny.
Thank you, Govinda Das. We are associated. By association, we are alive. By association, we are alive. In the same world. In the same association, we are alive. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Let's see. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In what association, in what company of my beloved I want to be alive. When the environment changes, then the people change. That's I found out. Let's travel to my beloved place, to buy me my beloved association, my beloved place. Where do my beloved live? Where do my beloved souls live? They live in different places. Gopi Bhav, Gopi Dham. They live in different places. Manjari Bhav, Gopi Manjari Bhav. They live in different spaces. They live in different dham, different spiritual emotions. There's no difference in the name and the spiritual emotion and the place, the presence. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Everywhere you go, take the weather with you. Take Vrindavan with you. Take the Gopi Bhav place, the Gopi Bhav Dham with you. The contact with the beloved. I don't want to go. I check if there's contact with my beloved, my beloved space audience. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Sometimes it's a long way to the audience. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Govinda Das, say funny. Yes, it's a small circle. It's a small space. Hare Krishna, intimate space. And I'm experimenting, yes, with being in the same space, with being in the same quality, in the same consciousness, in the same guna quality, in the same dham space, in the same time, sarvatra. Tune into the most, the best quality, the supreme quality I can find, the supreme sat, supreme shit, supreme ananda, the supreme quality. The supreme quality is my beloved. It's a person. It's a person. Yes, it's a person. Personal, my personal Bhagavan. Supreme person. Supreme personality. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Gaura, Gaura, Gaurari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaurari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaurari. Shall I tell you my secrets? Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. I can't keep silent sometimes. When there is sound, then I don't feel alone. When there is sound, there is no worry. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. When there is my mantra, floating somewhere into the background. In the background, it's floating somewhere in the background dimension. Whoa. What is your first dimension? And what is your background dimension? Simultaneous dimensions. Simultaneous rases, tastes, experiences, bhav, spiritual emotions. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You have to check the sound. Check the sound, check the sound, check the sound, check the sound. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. I can do something about that, I hope. Hare Krishna, Govinda Das say funny is Hare Rama, Hare something about that, I hope. Hare Krishna, Govinda Das say funny
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
something about that.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Govinda Das say funny
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. That's better. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar. Oh, that's a huge difference. Traveling from one world to another, Narada Muni. Traveling from one taste to another. Traveling from one quality to another. From one character to another. But always connected to the living force, immortal character, the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So let's go there. Let's go to the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hare Krishna, or the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It was a long time I did Chaitanya Bhagavat. I feel free to travel, to take my, what was the word? Playing space. There was a word for that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Recent. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I will continue playing with Chaitanya Bhagavat. Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda. Which means that the Supreme Being's hands and feet are everywhere. Is wrongly interpreted due to rigid partisan thinking in certain schools of philosophical thought. The real purport of this verse is that the Supreme Being pervades everything with his omnipotent presence. He is right on the spot, as ever. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This contact with the Supreme Being is essential, wherever you were, in what kind of world, in what kind of identification, in what kind of distractions, in what kind of background surrounding the harm, what kind of time. Omnipresence is sarvata, sarvatra, sarvatra, sarvada, in all times and spaces. Hare Krishna. I will turn on some more light. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. There was this word also. Hare Krishna, Li, something with Li. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When I just speak a word out, then it's settled. It finds. Then it's not floating around. Then it's grounded. Then there's a place. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It was the translation of the Dutch word speelveld. Hare Krishna, speelruimte. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Leeway. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare. To give yourself some space to wander, to dream, but still feel connected with the priority, with the Krishna consciousness, with your real self, part and parcel. Hare Krishna, the complete. Yes. The real purport on this verse is that the Supreme Being pervades everything with His omnipotent presence. The complete Gita text reads, Sarvata, Sarvata, Pani Padam, Tat Sarvato Kshishiro Mukam, Sarvata Shrutimal, Loki Sarvam Avritya Tishtati. Everywhere are His hands and legs, His eyes, heads and faces, and He has ears everywhere. In this way the Super Soul exists, pervading everything. Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, His mercy, His presence is always available. It's omnipresent. That's why it's omnipresent. It's always available. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I have just revealed to you the very confidential meaning of this text. Who else is there other than you who can rightly comprehend this subject matter? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes. Who is in this space? Who is in this consciousness? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You know it when you are there, and you are there when you know it. Then space and consciousness become one. Hare Krishna, Krishna. To be aware, to be awake, to be alive in that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Advaitacharya is secretly a disciple of Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya's explanations are his only shelter. Yes. Well, Lord Chaitanya is where his consciousness is, where his explanations are, there is the shelter. That's our refuge. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But if you have no clue, then you need an example. You need a resident of that shelter. You need a resident of that shelter to become aware of the quality of that shelter. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When Advaitacharya heard this explanation, which was so dear to him, he was overcome with happiness and began to weep. Wow. When souls come to weep or smile, intensely, then there is really refuge, then there is home, then there is pure connection with Satchidananda. Hare Krishna. He addressed the Lord saying, I'm unable to say anything. Yes, I know that feeling. When I can make contact with it, I also feel that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It is only my great fortune and glory that you are my Lord and Master. Advaitacharya was merged in ecstatic bliss, seeing the wonderful potency of the Lord. The wonderful potency of the Lord. Advaitacharya was merged in ecstatic bliss, seeing the wonderful potency of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Advaita, Advaita. One who has no faith in these spiritual explanations and exchanges is certainly doomed to perish. Only those rare souls, the pure devotees of the Lord, can understand the spiritual dissertations of Advaitacharya, who was personally taught by Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You can sing yourself, you can promote yourself with chanting the names of the Lord. Narayan, Narayan, Balaram, Nityananda, Nimai, Gaurahari. Wow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Only those rare souls, the pure devotees of the Lord, can understand the spiritual dissertations of Advaitacharya, who was personally taught by Lord Chaitanya. The instructions of the Vedas are invariably interpreted in various ways, and so Advaitacharya's highly esoteric explanations were often subject to different interpretations. Who can properly grasp the deep meaning of the Acharya's expositions that deal with such greatly subtle spiritual matters? Undoubtedly, his words are as good as the Supreme Lord's own. Wow. His words are as good as the Supreme Lord's own. Then he is an empowered representative. Empowered representative. I like those words. I write it down. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Empowered. That are my words. Representative. Hare Krishna. Page 365 of the book Bhagavad. Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavad. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya CB. Chaitanya Bhagavad. The instructions of the Vedas are invariably interpreted in various ways, and to Advaita Acharya's highly esoteric explanations were often. And so, Advaita Acharya's highly esoteric explanations were often subject to different interpretations. Who can properly grasp the deep meaning of the Acharya's expositions that deal with such greatly subtle spiritual matters? Undoubtedly, his words are as good as the Supreme Lord's own. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, there's another thing I feel. When I'm getting tired, that's equal to saturated. Then I want to play on another ground, another field. Hare Krishna, in another world. Hare Krishna. Do you also feel that it can be such a different world when you step into another room, another space, when you step into the space of another person? That's another association. Then it's such a huge difference. Hare Krishna. So to stay grounded, to stay with myself, with my real self, part and parcel, part and parcel of the Supreme, who is always available, then it's okay. Okay means Krishna consciousness, Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. That's not something I invented, but I was reading that from Srila Prabhupada's words. Really, okay is Krishna conscious. The Acharya's words are like the autumn clouds. They rain in certain areas only to leave other places dry. Wow, how beautiful. The Acharya's words are like the autumn clouds. They rain in certain areas only to leave other places dry. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I feel the Acharya's words. That's the gardening. That's the active gardening of the Supreme. His words are God's words. The Acharya's words are God's words. Acharya means teacher. The Acharya's words are like the autumn clouds. They rain in certain areas only to leave other places dry. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. His words are understood by only a few fortunate souls. His words are understood by only a few fortunate souls. Not everyone. Not everyone. Advaita Acharya should not be blamed for this, for everything depends on a person's piety or good fortune, which bestows the ability to understand his words. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Advaita Acharya should not be blamed for this. He is the messenger. Yes, don't blame the messenger. For everything depends on a person's piety and good fortune, which bestows the ability to understand his words. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. The ability which bestows the ability to understand his words. Yes, this ability to understand his words, that's receptivity. If you can collect these these treasures, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, it's a kind of natural law. It's like a kind of nature. You can only receive it when you have an antenna for it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So that's also simple in a way. Advaita Acharya's main devotional duty was to serve the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. To this all the Vaishnavas could testify. Those who disregarded the instructions of the other Vaishnavas associates of Lord Chaitanya with the excuse that they only follow Advaita Acharya cannot gain the Lord's favor. Those who accept Lord Chaitanya as the Supreme Lord of all lords are the true followers of Advaita Acharya, and thereby the Acharya recognizes their service. Wow, that's also very clarifying. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Especially the last part. And therefore the Acharya recognizes their service. So again, those who accept Lord Chaitanya as the Supreme Lord of all lords are the true followers of Advaita Acharya. And thereby the Acharya recognizes their service. Hari Hari. Devotional service to the Acharya is imperishable, yet it is rendered impotent if one does not accept Lord Chaitanya as the Lord and Master of everyone, including Advaita Acharya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So this, again, I feel this association is a blessing by itself. If you come into this association, if you come into this hearing, these sound vibrations, then they enter, that quality enters your consciousness. Yes. Hare Krishna. There are many ways to say this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Wow. Wow. I feel so fortunate, so fortunate to receive these tastes, these qualities, these yeah, presence, this presence, yes, present and presence. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Ravana was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, but he did not accept the supremacy of Lord Ramachandra, who is the Lord of even Shiva. Lord Shiva was thus displeased with Ravana. Whoa! Very clarifying. Despite his devotion, and would not accept his worship or service, which was therefore useless. Hence, Ravana and his entire race were destroyed. Lord Shiva does not convey to his devotees his personal feeling about their actions, whether they are good or bad. However, whoever is sufficiently intelligent will understand the desire of Lord Shiva within his heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I don't want to go too fast. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. In the same way, the followers of Advaita Acharya, not understanding the desire of their master, claim to be his disciples but criticize Lord Chaitanya. Advaita Acharya does not tell them anything because of his particular nature, therefore neglecting the advice of other Vaishnavas and the inner desire of Advaita Acharya, they perish. These condemned persons do not understand that Advaita Acharya's exalted position and his mystic perfection are all due to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. If anyone volunteers to instruct them on these matters, they become enraged and go to strike their well-wisher. If anyone volunteers to instruct them on these matters, they become enraged and go to strike their well-wisher. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Little do they know that Lord Chaitanya's external potency, Maya Devi, is exceedingly powerful, and she takes efficient care of such wayward and demoniac souls. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So if I try to say it in my own words to digest, if someone like Ravana claims to be disciple of Shiva, then Shiva is not happy, unless that one also respects and accepts Lord Chaitanya, the source, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Ravana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Ravana was defeated by Lord Ramachandra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. And his servants, his associates. Lord Chaitanya Lord Chaitanya is the most beautiful Supreme Personality, and Advaitacharya is his eternal servitor. He is like the different jewelry and ornaments that decorate the Lord. The position of persons who do not accept this has been clearly defined in the previous verses. If in spite of these verses people refuse to recognize the position and the inner life of Advaitacharya, they are doomed. Hare Krishna. Yes, I feel that then there are offenses, then there's still offense to the truth and their opinion, offense between Satchidananda and their opinion. A person's elevation and progress in devotional service, in devotional life, depends on how well he is serving Lord Chaitanya. There is nothing superior to the Lord's devotional service. I remember words from Srila Prabhupada that we look, we watch, we observe. If everything in the kingdom is going nicely, that everyone is doing his service, his dham, his what's the other word? His dharma. Dharma and dham. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Wow. I write it down. Dharma and dham. There's a connection. Dharma and dham. Dharma means space, and dham means space, and dharma means I can only find functional now. That you are truthful, that you are truthful to your service, being servitor. Hare Krishna, your role. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya is the most beautiful Supreme Personality, and Advaitacharya is his eternal servitor. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. A person's elevation and progress in devotional service, in devotional life, depends on how well he is serving Lord Chaitanya. There is nothing superior to the Lord's devotional service. In proportion to the mercy he receives from Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. And here again, the Lord reciprocates accordingly. In proportion to the mercy he receives from Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, the devotee advances in devotional service in this way. In this way, devotional mellows constantly increase. In this way, devotional mellows constantly increase. In this way, devotional mellows constantly increase. Wow. Lord Nityananda inspires everyone to chant continually. Encouraging all, he implores, "My dear brother, call out, O my Gaura Chandra, O my Gaura Chandra, Nimai Prabhu Pandit Nadyar, More Nimai Prabhu Pandit Nadyar, More Nimai Prabhu Pandit Nadyar." Lord Nimai is my spiritual master, my Lord and spiritual master. My dear brothers, call out, O my Gaura Chandra. Advaitacharya is often moved to tears by devotional emotions, being engrossed in remembering Lord Chaitanya and his pastimes. If after hearing these transcendental narrations a person is unable to develop devotional fervor and love for Lord Chaitanya, then contact with such a person should be avoided, for it is wither away one's faith and piety. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Develop devotional fervor and love for Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, I want to look to the word fervor, and then I will leave it here. Leave it with Krishna and you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. For Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. There's a lot going on today. A lot of emotions, a lot of sometimes a little chaotic, but it's a good sign, I feel. Fervor, chiefly British English spelling of fervor. Hare Krishna, fervor. Warmth or glow of feeling. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh. From Old French fervor, heat, enthusiasm, ardor, passion. Hare Krishna. From Latin fervor, a boiling, violent heat, passion, ardor, fury. From fervere, to boil, be hot. From breu, to boil, bubble, effervesce, burn. Yeah. So it's the hypothetical source of evidence for its existence is proved by Sanskrit burni, violent, passionate. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Violent, passionate, burni. So back we were going to the word fervor, and the last sentence was Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yes. If after hearing these transcendental narrations a person is unable to develop devotional fervor and love for Lord Chaitanya, then contact with such a person should be avoided. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Wow, this is really very, very condensed. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Condensed mercy. Amazing Grace place. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you for watching. Say hello to the audience, to what audience? I don't. So people who are hearing or listening. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Wow. Finally, thank you, Govinda Das, Janaki Devi Dasi, sweet Jugal Krishna Das. Yes. Hare Krishna, Lavnya, Lakshmi Devi Dasi, Hari Bol, Govinda Das, beautiful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Bye bye. Let's continue transcendentally. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.